You weren't supposed to hear this. But now that you're here, let me tell you about an incident off the coast of a small, secluded town. A group of divers, led by Mark, ventured into the depths where few dared to tread. They stumbled upon a submersible object that defied conventional understanding, its shape alien against the aquatic backdrop. Despite being in a well-charted area, the object appeared on no radar, as if it belonged to another realm. This encounter marked the beginning of a mystery that the Navy refused to acknowledge, leaving more questions than answers. Mark was the first to spot the object, a sleek metallic structure that seemed to pulse with an unnatural light, casting eerie reflections on the surrounding water. It was unlike any submarine he had ever seen, its surface smooth and devoid of rivets or seams, almost as if crafted from a single piece of metal. As he cautiously approached, his equipment began to malfunction, the compass spinning wildly as if caught in a magnetic field. What makes this unusual is that despite the object's size and proximity, it emitted no detectable signal, remaining a ghostly enigma. Mark's instinct was to document everything, but his camera too was affected, its lens capturing only static. Upon resurfacing, the divers were visibly shaken, their faces pale against the setting sun. Back on land, they contacted local authorities, who initially dismissed their claims as mere illusions of the deep. However, the story did not end there. Within days, a shadowy government agency arrived, their presence marked by unmarked vehicles and silent operatives. They asked probing questions and demanded silence, confiscating all evidence the divers had, dismissing the encounter as a misinterpretation of natural phenomena. What remains unexplained is the urgency with which the agency acted, as if they knew more than they let on, leaving the divers with a chilling sense of unease. The next few weeks were marked by strange occurrences. Mark noticed he was being followed. Mysterious cars parked near his home, and phone calls that ended abruptly when answered, each one leaving a haunting silence. His fellow divers reported similar experiences, a creeping sense of paranoia setting in, as if invisible eyes were always watching. Yet they couldn't shake the feeling that the truth was slipping away, their lives slowly unraveling under the weight of the unknown. Despite the agency's efforts to suppress their story, whispers of the encounter began to spread, drawing attention from conspiracy theorists and curious locals alike, each eager for a glimpse of the unfathomable. Mark decided to take matters into his own hands, driven by a relentless pursuit of answers. He began his own investigation, reaching out to contacts in the diving community and marine researchers, piecing together fragments of information. His findings were staggering, suggesting a pattern of similar reports from other coastal towns. Each incident shared eerie similarities, yet each was swiftly buried, leaving only faint echoes in forgotten archives. The Navy denied any knowledge, maintaining an official stance of ignorance. What makes this unusual is the consistency of the encounters, each one a puzzle piece in a larger, unseen picture. One night, Mark received an unmarked package, its arrival as mysterious as its contents. Inside was a flash drive containing grainy footage of the submersible, captured from a different angle, revealing details that had escaped his initial encounter. The footage was brief but revealing, showing the object maneuvering with precision that defied known technology, its movements silent and deliberate. The source of the footage was anonymous, but the intention was clear. Someone wanted the truth to surface, to cut through the shadows. This revelation only deepened the mystery, hinting at a network of insiders attempting to expose what the government sought to hide. Mark's attempts to share the footage were met with unexpected resistance. Online platforms flagged the videos, deleting them shortly after upload without explanation. Local media showed little interest, their coverage limited to brief, dismissive articles that barely scratched the surface. It was as if an unseen hand was guiding public perception, ensuring the story remained confined to the fringes, a whispered rumor rather than a headline. Meanwhile, those who dared to dig deeper found themselves facing bureaucratic roadblocks and veiled threats, their careers inexplicably jeopardized, a chilling reminder of the forces at play. Despite the challenges, a small group of independent researchers began to piece together the fragments of evidence, driven by a shared sense of purpose. They speculated that the submersible could be an experimental craft, perhaps even extraterrestrial in origin, a theory that gained traction among those who believed in the possibility of hidden alliances between governments and otherworldly visitors. Yet, without official acknowledgement, their work remained speculative at best, a tantalizing blend of science and conspiracy that captivated the imagination, yet left them teetering on the edge of credibility. As the investigation continued, whispers of enigmatic disappearances began to surface, each one more unsettling than the last. Key individuals involved in the case, including some of Mark's fellow divers, suddenly vanished without a trace, their lives erased in the blink of an eye. Their absence was marked by unanswered questions and deepening suspicions, each disappearance a silent scream in the void. What remains unexplained is the timing and nature of these disappearances. Each loss felt deliberate, a calculated move to silence those who had seen too much and knew too little of the forces at play. Mark's pursuit of the truth brought him into contact with a former government official, one willing to speak off the record, their face concealed in shadow. The official hinted at a classified project, one that operated beyond the reach of conventional oversight, a hidden network that shaped realities from the shadows. According to them, the submersible was just the tip of the iceberg, with deeper implications that could shift our understanding of global alliances. Yet without tangible proof, such claims remained in the realm of speculation, a shadowy narrative with no clear end, perpetually teetering on the brink of revelation. In the end, the truth remained elusive, a specter just beyond reach. Mark's quest illuminated the shadows, but never fully dispelled them, each answer leading only to more questions. The submersible encounter became a story whispered among those who dared to listen, a tale of hidden depths and unanswered questions that lingered long after the divers had returned to shore. Official records stayed sealed, and the divers' testimonies faded into maritime folklore, their truth submerged beneath layers of secrecy. That's what we know. What we don't know might be the more important question. The file stays open. Whether anyone's still reading it, that's another matter. In a final twist, an anonymous tip led Mark to a secluded location along the coast, where he discovered remnants of advanced technology partially buried in sand and seaweed. These fragments bore no resemblance to anything in the known inventory of maritime equipment. As he carefully examined the pieces, he realized they might be part of the submersible, or something even more enigmatic. This discovery suggested there was more beneath the waves than anyone had imagined. Yet the pieces offered no clear answers, only deepening the mystery. What remains unsolved is whether these clues will ever lead to the truth or remain as lost as the tides.